Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a character and animate it ready for your game in Unreal Engine 4. So to create the character and the animations, I'm going to be using two pieces of software. The first being Adobe Fuse, which is a great piece of free software to quickly and easily create game characters, and the second being a website called Mixamo, which is linked with Fuse. I believe Adobe own it too, or if not, they at least have connections with it, as both of these programs go hand in hand and are linked. So I'll link both of these pieces of software down in the description below. So what you're going to want to do first is open up Fuse, and now this can be a bit broken sometimes, and I find the only way to fix this and that I can open it is to just spam click the icon down here in the taskbar down below. Now you may have to do this once or a lot of times, and it's quite annoying, it can take a while, but it's the only way to do it. And this is probably just because it's Adobe giving away a free piece of software. But once it is open, you see you can have a wide variety of characters here that you can create up, so you can make zombies, cartoons, or just normal female or male characters. And then this allows you to do it really easily, and then you can modify different parts later on, as well as the clothing. So I'm just going to make a normal male character. So I'm going to be using male scan 1 for the head, so you just click it there. And I'm also going to be using male scan 1 for the rest of the body parts as well, just so it fits. So you use it for the torso here too, and then also the legs and the arms, like so. And there you are, you already have a basic character like so. And you can swap out all of these pieces down here if you wanted. And then you can also just modify all these pieces too. So if you wanted him to have broader shoulders, you go up the top up here and click customize, and here you can change all of these. So if you want him to have bigger biceps, for example, get a good look on them, and you can just change this value here, increase them, same with the triceps, like so. And if you want to have longer or shorter arms, I'm just going to keep them in the middle just so it looks nice and good. And you can also change elbows, so you can really change everything you want to get this character perfect for how you want it to look. But I think for now, this is going to be fine for me. So then if we want to give them some clothes, we can go over to the clothing tab at the top up here and then dress them up however we want. So I think I'm just going to make him a firefighter. So if I click the firefighter jacket, that loads on there, and then go down to bottoms, give them the firefighter pants, and then shoes, the boots. So you can see it all easily matches up very well. And also if you just want to give them random clothes, you can, all of these, and just pick the ones that you think fit best. And then for the hair, I'm going to give them some short hair like this. There we go. And the hats, I'll give them a firefighter helmet. And this is where it's quite clever as well, because you see on there, when you click it, the hair sometimes fades through, but then it fixes it automatically. So to show you this, if I just change the hair to be quite long, like a big part here, you see the hair goes through, but then it will automatically fix it and change the hair to be flush with the hat, like so. So it doesn't matter what kind of style you have, it should automatically fix it all itself. Now I'm just going to change that back, like so. And if you want to undo or redo, there's the arrows up at the top left up here. Now eyewear, I'm just going to give him some safety glasses, like so, and then I'll have him clean shaven, and maybe just wear some combat gloves, and then a gas mask dual canister mask, like so. And again, clean shaven. So I think that looks pretty good, and you can see how quickly and easily we just made that character. And now to animate it, we're going to send it over to Mixamo, which again is a free piece of software. In fact, it's a website, so it's very easy to use. So what you do is you just click send to Mixamo up here, call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it firefighter male 1 in case I want to make more in the future, and different genders, and hit save, and then this will save it, which may take a while, and then it will open up the Mixamo website when it's ready to animate. So here we are, it's now finished saving the character and it's sent over to Mixamo for us to animate it. And so what it's doing now is it's adding a skeleton for our character automatically so that we can actually animate it. So this removes the step of you having to create the skeleton yourself, because that can sometimes be a bit tricky. So again, this will take a couple minutes just to create the skeleton, and then we can download the character model and animations as well. And here we are, it's now finished creating the skeleton, and here you can see this is what it would look like when it has animations. As you can tell, this looks very good. Very nice, clean animations. Can't see any overlapping or mesh going through each other like that, and it looks pretty good. And again, this was very quick, simple, easy, and free to do. And you can change these down here, but I'm going to leave them like this. So now if we hit finish, and then I'm going to use this character, and then we can download the character model for our games as well. And what you're going to do is make sure it's in FBX. So if we just hit download, format FBX, and if you're using Unity, you do FBX for Unity, but I'm doing Unreal, so just .fbx will be fine. And you're going to want to use a T-pose as well, because that just makes it a lot easier for animating, and it's just how it is, so you can easily see what the character looks like. So if we hit download, it's going to take a minute, and then you can see that it will download it down here, and we can import this into our game very easily. So there we go, it's now downloaded it down here, and then what we can also do is now animate it. So if we hit the animate button here, it takes you to this page full of all the different animations on this website, and there's quite a lot to choose from, which is very good. So you can have them doing whatever you want. So for example, you can have a dancing firefighter if you wanted, like so. But for now, I'm just going to do the basic ones of an idle animation, a walk animation, a run animation, and a jump animation. And this is because in the next episode, I'll show you how to create an animation blueprint where you can go between each of these different animations, as these are the main ones. So to start with, I'm going to get an idle animation, and this is just where the player is standing still, and the character has a little bit of life to him. He's not just standing completely still. So then we just look through all these different idle animations, see which one I want to get. I think this one looks good, so it's not too active. You can just see him breathing and his body moving up and down as he breathes, like so. And you can change all these if you want, so you can make him do it faster, you can move his arms out or in, but I'm just going to keep these to the defaults as they seem quite good. So once you've got this, what you're going to want to do is hit download, format an FBX with the skin, 30 frames per second is fine, and you don't need any keyframe reduction. You just hit download, and it will just do the same as it did with the character model. Download it down here, and you can easily just import this into your game. So now it's done that, I'm going to get a walk animation. So just search for walk in the top left up here, and again you have all these different ones. So if you made a zombie, there's a nice walking animation for a zombie here. I think this one looks good though, and there you are, yeah, looks like a good walking animation. But what you are going to want to make sure you do is tick the in place box like that, so that it walks in place like this and isn't moving forward like it is there. And again, you can change all these, but I'm going to leave it like this. And the reason that in place is important is because when you use the animation in your game, when you're walking forwards, the character is going to be moving forwards, and if the animation is as well, when it resets, so when it gets to the front and goes back here, you will see it going forwards and back in your game. So we want the in place ticked, and then again just hit download with the same download settings. And then I'm going to get a run animation. So again, search for run, and then find one which looks good. Again, get the in place ticked, and I think that looks good, yeah. And again, you can change all of these. So this one has a style, so this gives you more variations on it. Again, I like the default, so I think that's good. You can also change the speed of it, but make sure you got the in place ticked, and then again just download it with the same settings. And last but not least, I'm going to get a jump animation. So I think this one looks good. Again, you can change all these, but this looks good for me, and there isn't an in place one, as you do actually want this to go up and down. So again, download with the same settings. So there we go, now I've got all of these downloaded. I've got the jumping, running, walking and idle animations, as well as the character model itself. So once you've got all of those downloaded, you're going to want to open up your game in Unreal Engine so we can start importing these in. So once your game's open, what you're going to want to do is just drag and drop these in from your folder and import them in. So I'm going to also make a folder for these. So I'm going to go content, third person BP, blueprints, new folder, and just call this animations. And then I'll put the character in here as well with this. So just get your folder over here like so, and then this is the character like this. Actually, I'm going to create a new one, so just remember there's a lot to import. So just call this character. I'm going to move the animations one in there like that, and then just drag and drop the character model from your folder into this new character folder in Unreal like this, and then make sure you click on this to show this. And you're going to want to import a skeletal mesh and import the mesh, and then also import materials and import textures. To make sure that all these settings are like this, and then hit import all like so. And this will take a while, as it's just making sure that it imports all the mesh, all the character, all the skeletal mesh, all of that, and the materials too. So just give it a second to import all of that, and then we'll do the animations. So there we are. Close this log here. As you see, there's quite a lot of materials and textures. So let that load, and then we'll do the animations. And there we go, the shades have now compiled, and we can drag and drop this in to have a look at it. And then you might notice that it looks a bit odd. There's a bit of translucency, like so. Now this might not be in all of them, but it is in mine. So like you see, you can't see the face, you just go straight through. And this is a simple fix, which we'll do in a minute. Let's just import the animations first. So let's go into the animations folder, open up our folder again, and just drag and drop these into here like so. And then for the settings like this, what you're going to want to do is make sure that where it says skeleton here, hit the arrow here and select the skeleton we just imported. So mine is Firefighter Male 1, but it'll be whatever you called it. And this is why we have to import the model before the animations, because we need to use this skeleton like so. And then tick import animations here, and then down here we can take off import materials and textures, as we've already done that with the character model itself. So once you've got that, just hit import all, let this all just import into this folder, and then we'll fix the problem with the character where it's a bit translucent and a bit see-through, as you saw earlier. So there we go, it's now imported, so we can just close this. So we have the skeletal mesh, the animation, and the physics asset. And so in the next episode, I'll show you how to put these all together and put them on the character so that it actually works when you're walking around and jumping and standing still and all that. So now let's go back to the character and fix these material issues. So what we're going to want to do is open up the materials. So one of mine is just body mat like this, and then on the left down here where it says translucent, just hit the arrow here to reset to default, and it'll set it to opaque, and then hit apply. And we're going to want to do this to all of the materials that there are for our character. So I'm just going to minimize that and then open up all of these materials. Now this character doesn't have too many, it's only got 5, but some of your characters that you make might have quite a few, so you'll need to make sure you do it to all of those. So done that one, do that one, hit apply, and again just do it for all of the materials that you have for your character, and this should fix the issue. So reset all of those, close this, and it should apply them. There we go, hit yes, it's going to apply all of these, and then we'll put the character back in and see how it looks. So there we go, I've done that. Now if we just drag and drop this skeletal mesh in here like so, as you can see, that's fixed the issue. So we can now see the character perfectly fine, and there's no translucency in it whatsoever. So there we go, that's perfect. Now it looks a bit weird when you're moving like that, but that's just because it's just a skeletal mesh like that. We haven't actually got it set to our character, and I'll show you how to do that again in the next episode, which will be linked down in the description below if you're watching this after that episode has come out, and it will also be at the end of the video in the end card or on screen now. So I think that'll be it for this video. We've done everything I wanted to do. We created a character in Fuse very quickly, and then animated it in Mixamo also very quickly, and imported it into our game like so. And again, in the next episode, I'll show you how to put all these animations together and set it so this character here actually uses the animation blueprint we're going to create. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.